Hello everyone and welcome back to Spyro the Dragon on the Sony PlayStation. I'm BaaaaAAAHHhh and today we're gonna finish off the rest of the second world of the game by first entering into this teleport gate which will lead us to the battle to take on Dr. Shemp, the second boss of the game. And unlike the first boss of the game, Dr. Shemp actually decides to put up a bit more of a fight. Because the first boss of the game, as you saw, we basically didn't even commentate much about it because there was nothing to explain, you just flame him. But for this one, the first things first is the level. Now the level design in this particular stage isn't too bad, it's very linear, very straightforward and very small. But you need to be careful because there are a lot of enemies that get flung at you and start charging you, like these guys. But here, they get pushed by the giant crazy women who like to brew stuff in their pots. There's no pots here, so there's just these women basically just exist to push the main bad guys towards you. Now the main bad guys, when they're running towards you, a couple of things could happen. One, you could decide to charge them, which will obviously it'll kill them and they'll be sorted out easily. Two, they can suicide, which is what happens if they miss you completely. They'll run off the edge of a cliff and just suicide. And be careful because they will start coming recklessly. Basically, whenever you hear the what you want to do is basically charge right away, which will go straight through the enemies and take them out. Now, there's probably one of my first major deaths of the LP by here, but fortunately it wasn't too far into the level, so I can just cut back to where I was. There's one thing you'll see about most of my LPs is I'll usually show off at least one death if I make it in a level, and then I'll cut it out till later on. You know, to a later point where I die. So basically, if I die more than once in a level, I'll start cutting out all the deaths. Not that it happened in this level, mind you. I did this all my second run. The first time I died, I was just not expecting the onslaught of enemies coming towards me. Because from this playthrough, it's been a long time since I last played this level, and I like it. I like the stage, but it can be a bit of a pain. But anyway, what you want to do about here is actually go behind into this vortex, and off in the distance you see a giant purple gem. You will need to glide across here. Be very careful of this jump. Use the trick I mentioned previously when you push the square button and glide, because otherwise you're not going to make the jump and chances are you're going to fall right in the pit. But anyway, there's the dragon we're meant to collect and save, so let's see if he got any advice for the boss. I hope so.
This guy thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I'll tell you one thing. He should watch his back.
Did you get that, guys? He should watch his back. Hint. Back. Hint. You gotta flame him in the back. So as you can tell, he's basically got a giant plate of armor on his front. Now I'm just searching by ear to make sure I don't miss anything, so before I'm gonna take on this guy, I'm actually gonna fly down here and take this girl out, because I always forget about this enemy normally, and the entire pathway. It's normally one of the first things I forget. So I usually find myself wandering around the level after I beat the boss, wondering, what did I miss? What did I miss? That's usually what I miss. So go down here first before fighting the boss. That's my recommendation. But anyway, the boss fight is very simple. As you can imagine, you can't flame him from the front because obviously he's got a giant metal plate. But he pretty much always shows his back. Like, first phase, he'll try and boop you on the head. Completely miss. I don't know how he missed me. He wasn't even aiming at me. And just flame him when he turns around. Now for this one, he's going to do a little dance, then whack you on the head. When he does the dance, burn him. And for the third hit, which is the easiest of the, well, not the easiest, it's most likely you're going to get hit. He's going to act a bit more like Papu from Crash Bandicoot. What was it? Whatever the first boss in Crash Bandicoot is, I can't remember the name. But anyway, basically it does a little swinging with a stick. Jump over the stick when he swings, and flame him in the back, and that's him over and done with. Dr. Shemp is, to be honest, he's pretty much a pushover. It's one easy, really easy boss fight. I don't think I've ever really died to him, apart from one instance when I was doing something stupid and I ended up flying into the grape juice below. But there's that level done, and this is pretty much this world complete. But wait, folks, there's a few more minutes left to the video. What does that mean? Well, basically it means we gotta go to yet another flight level. Like I said, there's a flight level at the end of every world, and it's gonna be the very last one I'm gonna take on of each world, and... Ow. Yeah, that didn't happen. But let's just move on into Night Flight, the second flight level of the game. Oh yes. Now, much like the first flight level, it has the same mechanics. You need to fly around, you need to destroy things, you need to light things up, etc, etc. But this one is significantly more difficult in that, first things first, you want to go across through these rings, and trust me, it's no Superman 64, the rings are so easy to go through. Actually, this didn't come out long after. Actually, I think this came out before Superman 64, so it really begs the question, what did they do to get that game so wrong? I mean, Jesus, the amount of games that did what it was trying to do right before it is... every game that tried to do what it was trying to do. But I digress. Anyway, first things first, we want to move through the rings, then get the chest. Now the next thing we're going to do here is actually just fly straight through all these electrical gates. And be careful with the gates on the floor, because it is very easy to fly too low and go straight into the ocean. But after that, now we need to burn the lighthouses to light them up. And that's pretty much all there is to it. It's not that big of a it's not that difficult a stage, to be honest. You just need to figure out the pattern and go through it as fast as you can. And one thing that a lot of people don't know is if you push the X button and dive down, you can actually gain a massive burst of speed. Well, not so much massive, but you gain a burst of speed which you can use to actually go a bit faster and get your time a bit, you know, get through the stage in a bit much of a quicker time. Again, though, it can be a bit tricky, so be careful, because it's more than enough times I've dove down to try and get more speed, and I've landed straight into the water below, which is not nice, folks. But anyway, with that, folks, that is it for this video, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and when we return next time, we're going to take care of the next world of the game, the Magic Crafters. So thanks for watching, catch you all then. Bye!